Hello, everybody. Let's go to Top Notch 2A. Hmm. Let me see. Last session we studied Unit 3. Let's see. We talked about movies. We covered this grammar part, dialogues. Oh, we talked about genres, different genres of movies, and sports. And we listen too much. Let's go. Let's go. There is a reading. There is a reading part, but it's not clear for me. Actually, it's not really clear for me. I can't see it completely clearly. I try to read it. After reading, you should read it to record your voice and send it. What is your all-time favorite movie? Phil Ito from Toronto, Canada. I've just seen Oh Mr. Porter. What a great movie, perhaps one of the most hilarious classic comedies of all time. Before I saw the movie, I thought the plot sounded weird, strange, and I don't know what is it, but it wasn't. Will Harry stars gets the as it's not clear a man who gets the job of running a small railway station in Irish countryside. It got disasterly, and he even accidentally helps a gang of criminals. If you want a good laugh, be sure to see this funny film. It was made in 1937, but the comedy never seems old. Yeah, so this is one of the all-time favorite movies. Let's go to Angela Teziria, Fort Fortaleza, Brazil. When someone says that documentaries are boring, I say you have to Grizzly Man, one of the most thought-provoking documentaries of all time. In this 2005 movie by German director Werner tells the true story of the life and death of Timothy Treadwell, who lived for 13 years among bears in Alaska wilderness. Treadwell believed he could live near bears without danger. In the end, however, Treadwell and his friends are killed by bears. Oh my god. Lowen? What is it? Even. Sorry, I can't see. It's not clear. If even if you would wonder avoid violence, go to see Grizzly Man because there is no actual violence on screen. Okay, let's go to this one. Rebecca Lane, Miami, USA. I've just seen Citizen Kane for the hundredth time. See, it's not clear actually. It's the most dramatic movie in the world, and there is no movie I'd rather see. What is it? The stars. I can't see it. A very rich man who owns a newspaper. It begins with a death. He says the word rosebud as he dies. And the rest of the movie tells the story of his life and explains the mystery of why was his last word. The ending is unforgettable and always makes me cry. The movie was made in 1941, but it's always new. I guess that's what makes it a classic. It was not actually clear. Sorry to read it slowly. Write a note about the movie you have seen recently, it's okay if you don't have all the information. For example, title of the movie. I didn't watch a movie. I watched a series. The name of the series was Law School. The genre was criminal, I guess, horror movie, and drama. It stars Kim Boom, and I don't remember the name of those guys. Director, I don't know. Adjective that described the movie, it was wonderful, very beautiful, perfect, awesome. These are the adjectives. And what was the movie about? The movie was about a law school, actually university students who try to be good lawyers in their future. One of the professors at the school was involved in a very uh, dangerous situation, and he was in charge of some um, actually events that it seems other people want to make him to have such kind of conflict and complicated situation. I liked it. All of the actors were really nice, even if the criminal, he was really nice. Anyway, it was nice to watch. You can fill in these blanks based on your ideas and take a photo, send it to me. Let's go to reading. There is a reading part. Let's listen. After listening, we're going to answer the questions. Number 33.
Page 22. Reading. Read and listen. Can violent movies or TV programs harm children? Many people say that children have become more aggressive in recent years. That is, they are more likely to fight with their friends, sisters, and brothers. A number of scientific studies have reported that watching violence can, in fact, cause a growth in aggression. According to the research, two kinds of programs and movies encourage aggressive behavior in young children more than others. 1. Realistic violent action programs and movies. And 2. Violent cartoons. One disturbing conclusion is that the effects of violent viewing last for many years. One study showed that children who watched violent TV programs when they were 8 years old were more likely to behave aggressively at age 18. Furthermore, as adults, they were more likely to be convicted of violent crimes, such as child abuse and murder. Studies have also demonstrated that watching violent movies and TV shows can affect children's attitudes towards violence in the world around them. Children who watch a lot of fighting and bloodshed tend to find it normal and may accept more violence in society. They may even begin to commit violent acts themselves. Very often, characters in movies and on television who commit violent crimes are not sorry for their actions and don't face consequences or punishment. When children see fictional characters who are criminals like these, they learn that doing bad things is okay. For children who are growing and developing, this is a bad message. It's important for them to see that our society doesn't tolerate crime. So what can we do? With young children, we have the power to control the TV programs and movies they watch so we can protect them from seeing any violence at all. However, with older children, it's impossible to completely prevent their exposure to violence. But we can try to limit the number of hours they spend watching it. And when children have seen a violent film or TV show, it's important to discuss it with them to help them understand that violence is not a normal part of life.
Okay. Circle the correct word or phrase. Okay. Circle the correct word or phrase to complete each statement according to the information in the article. Person is someone who is likely to fight with others, is an aggressive person. Scientific studies have reported that some kinds of movies and TV programs can aggressive behavior, encourage aggressive behavior. It means it motivates children to be aggressive. One of the violent crime is murder. Murder is one of the violent crimes. A word that means almost the same thing as hurt is harm. Hurt synonym is harm. It is difficult to prevent older children from seeing any violence on TV and in the movies. Yeah, it is difficult to prevent them, avoid them, stop them. It is difficult. Research has suggested that watching a violent film is aggressive behavior. A consequence of watching violent films is aggressive behavior. Yeah, it's a result, it's a consequence, a conclusion of watching violence is aggressive behavior. Let's go to this part. Discuss the questions. According to the article, what are some ways that viewing violence can affect children? They will have such kind, and in this part we had it in their adulthood, in their 18s, for example, they will have such kind of crimes, and it is the reflection of watching such kind of movies. What kind of programs and movies are harmful? As we studied in this part, you see, the horror movies, the violent movies, watching violent TV programs actually is really dangerous for children. According to the article, some studies show that viewing violence can affect the last for many years. What are some of these long-term effects? Aggressiveness, having bad behavior, being violent for children is some of those. What bad message can come from violent programs or movies? The effect it has on the children. When they grow up, and we said in this one, when they grow up, when they go to about 18, they will have such kind of aggressive behaviors. What suggestion does the article make to help parents prevent bad effects of violent TV programs or movies in very young children and older children? Actually, the suggestion is to prevent children to watch such kind of movies or programs on TVs, but on TV actually, but see, just limiting this children is not the way. And giving them the understanding, make them understood that these are not the way to live is really important. Actually, when children are watching the movies, sometimes they are alone. When they are alone, when there is no explanation of what is this bad behavior on TV, I'm watching TV, so this is bad behavior. No one stops me watch it. What should I do? You see, the children think that if I have the ability to watch this violence on TV alone, so it is okay, I'm going to do it in the society. But if parents take care about them, watch the movie with the children, children understand that I am living with the society. I need to respect people, so they do not try to imitate those bad violence or bad behaviors. You can write your answers and send to me. Do you agree with the article that violence is not a normal part of life? Explain your answer. You can record your voice about this part and send to me. Complete the chart with 3 films or television shows you know. Rate the level of violence from 0 to 3, with 3 being the most violent. Actually, I didn't watch such kind of violent movies, but I remember there was a Korean movie, and based on that movie, Indians made another movie. The Indian, when I watched it, it was not that. It didn't have such kind of violence. It was a kind of horror and romantic drama together, a mixture of them. But actually, when I wanted to watch the Korean movie, it was so violent that I really couldn't watch even more than 5 minutes of that movie. I don't remember the name. It was so bad. But actually, I don't watch the movies. I don't watch violent movies. Joker, I guess I didn't watch it. Actually, it was very bad. I couldn't. When there is a violence on movie, I can't watch. But if you have watched it, you can write the name. I don't like to watch them actually. Write notes about the most violent films or TV shows on your child. Should children see it? No, I don't think. Because the children are like mirrors. They mirror, reflect whatever they watch, so they should watch. Is it okay for adults? I don't prefer actually to watch them because at night I dream about it. It was a night dream, and actually, it's not really. I really fear from those movies. I don't know. What do you think? You can write your ideas and write some lines about it. Take a photo and send it. Okay, there is a listening part. Listen to conversation about movies. Check the correct description of each movie. Let's listen. Number 34.
Page 24. Exercise A. Listen to the conversation about movies. Check the correct description of each movie. Here are the movie reviews.
What do they say about Follow Me to Rio?
Follow Me to Rio. Oh, here. Wonderful love story. Very romantic. How about that?
I'm not sure. What do they say about Streets of Saigon?
This weird movie starts out as a police drama, but incredibly ends up as an animated children's film. Sounds too weird for me. Let's forget that one. Here, this sounds great. Clouds over Mount Fuji. Unforgettable.
I don't know. I saw the trailer. It doesn't sound that interesting to me. What else is there?
Hamlet the Musical. Have you heard about that one? It's a musical of the famous Shakespeare tragedy. What do you think of that?
Not much, actually. Sounds really silly.
Well, what about Inside the Sahara? I think that's a documentary. Your favorite, right?
Isn't that a Madsen film? I don't think that's a documentary. His films are always very violent. Yeah, look here at the review. Only for the brave. Very violent. Children under 17 not admitted. That's not for me.
Well, that leaves only one other film, that comedy, Fracas and Caracas, which we've already seen. I'd rather not see it again, would you?
Actually, no. It was pretty funny, but once is enough. It wasn't the best thing I've ever seen, anyway.
Well, sounds like Follow Me to Rio is it. How about you follow me to the movies?
Deal.
Okay. Complete the conversation. Choose the correct verbs and adverbial expression. Have you ever seen a good movie? To tell you the truth, no. But last night I saw a great horror movie, for example. How many times did you see? How many times have they seen War of the Worlds? The remark of all the I have seen twice, for example. I think the remark of the old movie, for example, the name of the movie we should write it. I think they have seen it twice so far. So far, Sally is such a musical fan. How long has she waited for this film to come out on DVD? She has waited for at least 6 months. It's duration for. I didn't see. For what kind of movie is it? I don't know. I haven't. I didn't see, for example, this movie. Really, I Still didn't see it. Really, I say I don't know what genre is this, so you can feel it yourself. Complete the statement or question with for or since. I told you duration for the specific time since. That film has played at Metropolis for 2 weeks. The Talking Parrot has been available to stream online since last Saturday. A specific time is last Saturday. I loved animated movies since I was a child. Have you ever been here for more than an hour? I've been a fan of science fiction movies for over 30 years. Duration is 30 years. I've been in the ticket line since 6:30. When we have a specific time, we use since. Write 2 paragraphs about violence in movies and on TV. Explain why some people think it's harmful and why others think it's not. Yeah, you should write a paragraph about the violence in movies on TV. How is it? You can give example about it and explain why some people think it is harmful and why others think no, it is okay to watch it. Write a paragraph about 5 lines, take a photo and send it. Okay. With a partner, guess the genre of 3 movies. You see, there are 3 movies here. Guess the genre. I guess this is sci-fi, science fiction. This one is maybe it is a comedy, and this one is a horror movie. What do you think? Imagine that the movies are about and choose actors to star in the movies. Present your ideas to the class. For example, about this one, Parrot Paradise. We think Parrots of Paradise is a documentary. It's about the colorful parrots that live in tropical islands. Good idea. What do you think about these two? Write your ideas, take a photo and send it. Create a conversation for one of the couples. You see, they're here, here, and here. Create a conversation. Say as much as you can. So, for example, you see here, it's 7:30. Did we miss Parrots of Paradise? You see, they are talking together. You can make a conversation. Select one of these couples. Make a conversation. Take a photo and send it to me, please. Have a nice time and goodbye.